Today, the day we've been waiting all week for, seems like for some, but tomorrow, like some of us, we got to work, but it's just another day. But anyway, we have got the Undertaker back with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Well, good.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Hurt my back a little bit, but I'm good.
Well, go ahead to quit that.
Well, it's all on the job.
Yeah, that's it. But anyway, and we got a little bit of preaching going to us. We had the young man on that was on your show back here in the back, and he's praying for you, Pat.
Is he?
Yeah, he's praying for you.
I need prayers.
I reckon they got that thing going on tomorrow. That's when they're going to do the moon pie eating contest and all that kind of stuff. And he said,
they got a 2.2 mile walk.
Yeah.
For veteran suicide awareness.
That's a good thing, man.
Yeah, they're doing that in Clay County, and then the full 22-mile walk is over in Cherokee County tomorrow also.
So I signed you up for both, Stephen. You're going to do the moon.
I'll be right
You're going to eat the
man.
moon pies first, and then you're going to do a 2.2-mile walk.
That sounds
And then I'm
like
going to film it.
Yeah.
I ain't
There
walking.
you go.
That sounds
See
like
me
a very
walking.
interesting
If I
Saturday.
do it, I'll walk. But anyway, he said he's like 400 shy from having the meeting the goal they're looking for. So anybody out there that wants to donate or whatever, if you don't want to walk, you can just go by and give him some money. But this is a good thing. And he was wanting to get on the radio, but he didn't bring no moon pies this morning. So I guess that's that, huh? That's the way we roll. But hey,
There is payment, right?
yeah, we got some. What's the guy's name out? Coming on at 8. What time?
Got Andrew Clyde calling in about 8:45 today.
Andrew Clyde. So we got to get some questions up for Andrew Clyde. You got any questions for him, Pat?
I have questions.
Yeah. Do you really?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
What's
He's
his-
our congressman.
You're going to ask
Steven.
him questions like, what's
You
your
do
favorite color?
You do know who he is, right?
Yeah, he's the guy with the gun, right?
He's the guy with the gun. Yes, he happens to own the armory. Yes.
Yeah. That's all I need to know. I'm for him. Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm for him.
Hey, so we're going to open.
You really are a single issue guy, aren't you?
I am, man. Just do what's right
Pass
and
one
go on.
test with Steven, you're in. Fail one test with Steven, you're out.
Well, I'm kind of like John Wayne. I'll forgive you, but I'll keep my eye on you. That's what John Wayne said. Forgive
okay.
you, but keep your eye on you. Hey, the Moody Blues, the founding member, Mike, is it Pender? Am I saying that right? Has passed away.
Oh, wow.
82 years old. I like the Moody Blues. Do you know who that is? Pat?
Do I know who that is? Of
Yeah.
course.
Okay, can you name a song?
No.
Okay. Was it, I'm thinking
I'm sorry. he passed
Knights in
away.
White Satin or
Yeah,
something
Can you
like
name another one?
yeah, I can. What about Wildest Dreams? Didn't they do Wildest Dreams? And pretty cool little band. But anyway, 82. That's crazy to think these guys are 82 years old, though. You want to always think of them as in their 30s, But anyway, but don't worry. We still got we still
Taylor
got
Swift.
Taylor Swift. Yeah, we're still okay. We still got.
Oh,
They say she's
glad.
hanging around a bunch of devil worshippers. Y'all heard anything about that?
Oh, Lord.
You better holler at somebody.
Here
knows
we
you.
go. Here we go.
Have y'all not heard that though? No kidding.
I mean, there was the girl at the Super Bowl. She's wearing an upside-down cross, making devil signs with their devil outfit on. It's like
come on,
you're a conspiracy
Patty.
theorist.
Come on, Patty.
could that
She-
be?
She's not a devil worshiper.
Wait
She's
a
like
minute.
me. She's
Was Taylor
dyslexic.
Swift
She didn't
the
realize the cross was
performer
upside
at the
down.
Super Bowl?
Huh? What's
Was
up, Pat?
Taylor Swift the performer at the Super
No,
Bowl?
she was there though with her friend Ice Spice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you
and
seen her?
she-
I mean, I'm gonna get so much backlash from Carlin Snodgrass. She's gonna call in here, and I ain't gonna get no sticky buns out of this now. But come on, man. She's like, have you seen her music videos? Have you seen her shows? She's like doing these
Every single one
every
of them,
single one.
over and over again.
Didn't she have an album that just
Okay.
came out and
Yeah.
people didn't go to work that day so they could go buy it or
Oh
something?
yeah, I did. I didn't go work that
That's
day when I get to
insane.
the album. Can't even buy albums no more, can you? Don't you just download them?
You stream it
You stream it.
Yeah.
Not hers. You got to have it on the vinyl.
Yeah.
on the vinyl.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Anyway, we got Andrew Clyde calling in at 8:35.
Yeah, so let's open up not that it was closed, but you can leave your comments on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com, search for The Morning Dish, click that live video, and leave your comments if you want us to ask Andrew Clyde a specific
A
question.
question. We want a question. And that being said, we're going to take a short break. Today is brought to you by The Undertaker. They're actually looking for a guy up there. They're going to add to the funeral services. We need somebody real tall and wear a cloak and hold that little pitchfork thing.
No, we don't. No. Jeez.
Oh, you changed your mind on that? I thought that was a great idea.
You did?
Yeah. What was that guy called? He got the cloak on and he wore
Grim Reaper?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. Do you not think?
Can do mascot? No.
I actually have a really cool picture of that though. Anyway, of a.
So we're looking for a tall guy.
We are not.
Not too fat.
We are not. No. I tell you what, we are looking for. We want to get your
dead
wishes
people. We're looking for dead people. If you got any leads on dead people, all
just
right.
let us know. Goodness, you just can't help yourself. Just can't.
I probably shouldn't say some of the stuff I say, but
No.
I'm sorry.
Really?
Are you sure? All right, today's show is brought to you by Bannister Cooper Funeral Home. We want to get your wishes in writing so that your family is not faced with that at your time of passing. You can stop by and see us next to McDonald's in Hiawassee, or you can call us at 706-896-2218.
And now with more news for Western North Carolina and North Georgia, I'm Jeff Batten. An Atlanta television station is reporting that a man accused of sexual assault last year in Union County is on his way back to Blairsville to face charges. WXIA says the unnamed 25-year-old was apprehended in the nation of Honduras recently and is in the process of being extradited back here. The Union County Sheriff's Office tells WJRB that the man, who lived in Suches, fled the country in November when the arrest warrants for sexual assault were produced. Nothing more is known about the nature of the alleged assault last year. Major Sean Dyer says he'll have more information when the man is back in Blairsville. A Maddie's call for missing young Harris woman Tanya Sorrells has been issued as local investigators continue their search for her. Sorrells' brother Tim tells WJRB that tracking dogs are going to try to acquire her scent at her young Harris home Friday. The 47-year-old woman has not been seen since April the 6th, when her brother says he believes an unknown car met her and left with her. Her cell phone was pinged successfully a week later in the Columbia, South Carolina area. No communication since. And North Carolina District Congressman Chuck Edwards had his hand slapped by Congress this week for disparaging President Biden and his son Hunter in a taxpayer-funded email newsletter. The bipartisan sanction was unanimous. The penalty wasn't specified, but it's believed to be just a warning. Please download the free WJRB app. For Pat Malone and Harry Bond, I'm Jeff Batten.
This is Tamala Cooper with Bannister Cooper Funeral Home, and I left my husband and staff unattended for a few hours, only to find out I have been given a nickname, which happens to be a rodent. In our line of work, you have to maintain a sense of humor, but I think these guys took it a little far this time. Come by and give them a hard time with me, and while you're there, let's go ahead and get your wishes in writing. Pre-planning your wishes doesn't have to be somber. We are Bannister Cooper Funeral Home, Towns County's local funeral home.
Physical therapy at Erlanger Western Carolina Hospital helps patients return to living and moving pain-free after a physical injury, illness, stroke, or surgery. Now accepting new patients. Call 828-837-7777.
Jackie Jones, Jackie Jones, Jackie Jones. A better solution for basic vehicle service has come to the mountains. Quick Lane at Jackie Jones Ford Hayesville is your go-to place for routine auto maintenance for all vehicle makes and models. Get extraordinary service from expert technicians and take advantage of our low-price tire guarantee at Jackie Jones Ford Hayesville and jjfordhayesville.com.
Hit the road to Jackie Jones Ford.
Our mountain roads are busier than ever, which has led to more accidents. Unfortunately, insurance companies are not in the business of being fair. They're in the business of making money. I'm Daniel Duello, and I know because I used to train insurance adjusters on exactly how to do this. Now the Duello Law Firm in North Georgia works to ensure that you're treated fairly. For a free consultation, find us at duellolaw.com. That's DUELLO law.com.
Looking for buying or selling real estate in the mountains? The Rick Andrews Real Estate Team is here to help. Our team of experts will guide you through the real estate process in the Northeast Georgia, Western North Carolina mountains from the moment you inquire until our last meeting. We're here to make buying and selling a rewarding experience. Visit callrickandrews.com to see our listings or call the Rick Andrews Real Estate Team at 828-557-9139. 828-557-9139.
Chris here with a Loaded Cow. One question I get often is, does your strawberry ice cream have real strawberries? I'm proud to say that we use real fruit in all of our fruit flavors. Not only does our strawberry ice cream have real strawberries, but our peach has real peaches, raspberry has real raspberries, and yes, our banana flavors contain real bananas. We believe fresh fruit is the only way to make our utterly loaded with flavor ice cream. Come by the Loaded Cow and pick up a pint and taste for yourself the difference that real fruit makes.
Regain the ability to perform everyday activities after a debilitating injury or illness. Choose occupational therapy at Erlanger Western Carolina Hospital. Now accepting new patients. Call 828-837-7777.
Fridays on the Dish are presented by Bannister Cooper Funeral Home in Hiawassee. The experts at Bannister Cooper will guide you through the important family conversations when it comes to making end-of-life arrangements for a loved one. Yes, we're Towns County's funeral home, but we're welcome to all. And now, back to the Morning Dish.
All righty, folks, across the Tabletop Machine, I reckon bring the kids to Blairsville Civic Center between 6 and 8 p.m. and pick up a free hot dog. How about that? Dinner comes with chips and a drink, and this is for a meet and greet with Dick Mills, and this is going to be at the Blairsville Civic Center. So y'all can come over there tonight between 6 and 8 p.m. and ask him all kinds of questions and see what you think about him. And so that is, he's running, what is it, State Representative, District 8 State Representative. So that'll be tonight. That'll be tonight at the Blairsville Civic Center. Bring everybody over there. Going to do a meet and greet, so you can't go wrong with hot dogs. I love it. Yep, absolutely love it.
I've met him. He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah. He come over here and done an interview, and he just come right out of the field, man. He'd been working. Yeah, I like that when they get up and work before I do. But, this is crazy. Okay, this is something that's just mind-blowing to me. Okay, we got a possible UFO over New York City, and they actually seen the passengers from a plane video this possible UFO, and they're actually saying UFOs are real now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they've come out and they say, yeah, we think we got UFOs. Man, 25 years ago, people would be freaking out, man. They'd be like digging holes. Nowadays, it's just like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah, another Tuesday.
Well. Is that not crazy?
Yes,
I mean, how you just, go ahead, Pat.
How do you want people to react?
Well, just think about it.
What would you expect?
Panic. We need panic.
That's what I'm thinking, panic.
That's what we want.
Digging holes and getting some of them rations.
Tinfoil, man.
I mean, in the great priority of things going on, UFOs are down the list somewhat in terms of, things to worry about.
I know that, but like, you think of 20 years ago, if they said UFOs are real, we have UFOs, what do you think everybody had been doing? They'd been freaking out.
Yes, I agree.
It's called progress.
Oh, is that what it's called? Numbing of the mind. That's what it's called. Numbing of the mind.
We no longer freak out about UFOs. We're led by this old man. How much can we take?
It's got to be something better, man, than where we're at now. Come on down here and zap us up. We've seen that.
Yeah.
What was that movie about the aliens that had Jack Nicholson in it? That was the best movie ever. I cannot remember it, but.
Was it just aliens?
I don't remember, but it had Jack Nicholson in it, and he's like, we got 5% of the government still working, and that ain't bad.
Wow. No, I don't think that was the right movie.
What was that called, man? I can't. Anyway,
the only alien movie I remember is War of the Worlds. Remember that? Orson
I do.
Welles?
I've loved both of them, even the old one and the new one.
Yeah.
And the
and
new
they had
one's
those
even
great red, white, and blue, or whatever, those eyes that came out of the spaceship.
Yeah.
Mars Attacks, I think.
Mars Attacks. That's
Mars
it.
Attacks.
That was a good movie. There ain't no doubt. I like Jack Nicholson. Yep. Hey, what's this? Okay, they got this Union County man. I sent you that last night, and Jeff actually talked about it on the news. They arrested him in Honduras, man. They went after this guy. I didn't know anything about it, and I seen it come up on my news feed.
You know what I found really strange in that one?
What?
They didn't identify the person.
Well, I don't know. Did Jeff identify?
There's something that's not quite right, in my opinion, of that. Because why would a television station like 11 Alive publish something like that without identifying. They know who the person is. The guy has a name.
Here's the thing, though, man. I think that ought to be like murders and everything. You shouldn't. I think the victim should be identified.
Well, and they deleted his face out too. It's like blurred.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just a blurry person. Maybe I don't know. Like kind of like
the
Bigfoot.
whole thing doesn't. It doesn't jive with me. I don't know
Here's
why.
the thing. You know, it's just like, okay, you got all these mass murder people in that does, you know, and they're the ones that's famous because they bring their name. And then the people that he actually killed, people forget about that.
Yeah.
You know, I
agree.
I think all of this, anytime you do any kind of crime, you ought to just, you
Totally
shouldn't
ignore the
publicize
criminal.
that. Because a lot of them's after that. Don't you think? To be,
Yes.
yeah, I want to be famous and shoot somebody. I don't make
They're
no
5
sense.
minutes of fame.
Somebody surely knows something about this. I don't know anything.
Could it be protecting whoever he was, because it was rape, right?
I think it was, wasn't it? I think it was
sodomy.
Yeah.
Sodomy. Okay. So in that case, I would not release the victim's name. And is there anything that they're maybe doing to protect that victim and by not releasing who
Right.
he is?
Well, now
I don't
this
know.
is not the victim. This is actually the. What if it's not the victim? What is it? The culprit? I guess what they call it on.
I don't know, the
What's
criminal?
CSI call them? The perk. This is the perk.
perp.
Yeah, that's the perk.
Yeah.
Perp.
Yeah, there you go.
The perk.
Perpetrator. So
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why, though. Maybe they're, I don't know. Maybe they're protecting.
When was
whoever it was.
when was the last time they didn't
I know.
identify a perp
Yeah, I'm with you.
because wanting to protect the victim?
I know.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That
I
doesn't
think it's
that
odd.
doesn't happen.
Well, I was looking at the picture
Yeah.
here, and like I say, they got his face blurred out. Now in Honduras, they got Democrats down there because them two guys standing with the guns, they look like Democrats because they got them masks on. They got Democrats in Honduras.
Oh, Lord.
What?
The ultimate judgment.
They went all
Okay.
the way over there. I mean, they found them over there in a small village and extradited them back. That's crazy.
That is an extreme.
I mean, it's awesome. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, anything like that.
Well, don't they do that as a didn't they put him on Interpol?
Interpol?
And then
Yeah, they
that
did.
gets communicated all around the world so
Yep.
that everybody has got that information.
Yeah.
Interpol?
Interpol, yeah.
International Criminal Police Organization.
Oh, thank you, Packy.
Right.
You're so smart.
This is why we keep him around.
Oh, Lord. Hey, the New York Times are mad at Biden, man, for avoiding questions. We got the New York Times mad at Biden now, man. I'm telling you, it's coming down.
So wait a minute. 3 years into it,
Yeah.
they're mad at him.
Finally.
They finally got angry with
Finally.
him because he's avoiding questions.
Yep. Avoiding questions.
Did you see the other one now when he leaves the White House to walk to the helicopter? His
Right.
aides are walking with him to kind of disguise that he's stumbling along.
Yes. And AOC's there
Yeah,
too, right?
AOC's his new handler.
Yeah, AOC's his new handler.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's walking with
she
him?
was.
Yeah.
God, the glare off her teeth must be amazing.
You're a weird dude. You know that, Pat?
I know.
I'm weird, and I'm trying to follow you on that one.
She tried to get those caricatures of herself as a horse.
So what's
Oh,
this
right,
deal with?
I got you.
This is one of them Catholic questions here because I reckon Biden made a sign of the cross at the
At an
abortion
abortion
rally.
rally.
So what's that all about?
Oh yeah,
That's pretty disgusting.
that's like wearing an upside down cross at a Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah. Well, they're upset about that. You reckon he? I mean, he's kind of senile. You reckon he thought he might have been at church or something? You know?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
There's no telling what he thought.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you can't conjure up what actually goes on in that brain or lack of.
Man, this
But I
is.
tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, there you go.
I would. I'd hate to be these people. One day. Forehead
You'd
cross.
hate
What
to
is
be
that?
which
Now I'm not
people?
being silly either. I don't understand what that. What is that cross thing? Y'all say something when you do it. What is it? Father,
You
Son,
make
the
the
Holy.
sign of the cross in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the Trinity.
Okay, so you got your forehead and chest and shoulder, right?
There you go.
Okay. That'll work. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think he even knows he's in the world, man, to be honest with you. I don't think he's in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Pause.
Are we back to that?
I'm sorry, it just come out.
You were doing pretty good for about 25 minutes there, but
Oh.
please stop it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We got Tennessee teachers stepped closer to carrying firearms. What do you think about that? Firearms in the classroom.
I don't think teachers should be responsible for that stuff. They got enough on their plate with just teaching.
I don't think it's for that. I think it's to defend himself. Y'all not see that black kid slap that white teacher the other day? I mean, he slapped her 3 or 4 times.
If you're really interested in doing this, in providing safety for kids in school,
right?
Get the veterans that need a job,
right,
and put them in the schools because they know how to use a weapon. They're already trained.
Well, I know teachers as teachers. They can handle weapons, and just like when that kid slapped her, she could have shot him right there, and it'd been done.
Yeah. There you go.
I mean, you know, just think about it. You're sitting in class, and you're a teacher, and your kids are screaming and hollering all over the classroom. Yeah. All you'd have to do is just go click, click, and they're just quieting right down. Just think of it, man. Click, click.
Yeah.
Just a little warning.
And you
to
preface
them.
that by saying, "I'm not fooling around now."
You wouldn't have to at that point because everybody's heard that click. Y'all heard that click
but
before?
This is not saying they have to. It's just giving them the option and making it legal. And they do have to go through a certain amount of training to do this. If a teacher wants to do it, then they can do it. And if you don't want to do it, they don't want to take on the responsibility, they don't have to. Right, Pat?
Well, I think then you got a patchwork quilt of some classrooms are safe and some aren't safe.
Yeah, but here's the patchwork clip, whatever you said there. Here's the deal on that. These folks that's going to go and shoot up a school, and they know that some of the teachers
are
armed. They're probably going to pick another class or another school to do that on.
So is it the same mindset with homes? I guess some homes are safe, some homes aren't safe, Pat? Is that just, you know?
I think that's true.
So does that
mean
we should make a law where we can't?
As long as I've got a gun and I'm safe,
right?
What do I care what my neighbor does?
Well, was that so? We should make a law where certain homes can't have it, but you know what I'm saying? Like all homes can't have guns in them, or you have
No. I think
that's my point.
There's a difference between an individual choice and a government institution like a school.
But it is an individual choice. Like you can.
Yeah. I think everybody ought to carry a gun. I like the sign that says, "I carry a gun." It goes out in your front yard. You stick it in your front yard with a big arrow. We have guns. Our neighbors don't, with the arrow pointing towards that one.
Go that way.
Just head on over there. Yeah, head on over there. So, I don't know. You're going to have to do something because you got all these crazy people shooting up schools and stuff like that. And I do think it's just like anything else. I mean, if you had, everybody carried a gun and you had stores that says we are armed, I think a lot of that would slow down a little bit.
Well, that's not. But what difference does it make if it's a government organization? Then people would just target government organizations because they're the ones who don't have guns. Unless you're a politician, and then you have people surrounding you with guns.
Well, how many people ever went and shot up a sheriff's office?
I'm sure it's happened, but not very frequently.
No, not very frequently. You know why?
They have guns.
They got them guns. Hey, I can just see it now. Hey, Ralph, this was a dumb idea.
What were we thinking?
Oh well. What time's
8:45.
What?
8:45. Andrew Clyde calling in. So if you guys have questions, you want to leave those on our YouTube channel.
We got some up there already.
Yeah, we do already. So go to youtube.com, search for The Morning Dish, click that live video. You'll see the chat there. Just type in your question, and we'll ask Andrew Clyde those questions.
Yeah, and subscribe to our channel because we're like at 800, and we've been at 800 for like how long? Year and a half now.
Well, we were at 801 until yesterday. Now we're at 800.
Yeah.
What happened yesterday?
Steven made someone mad.
Why is it always me?
It's your show, dude.
Oh, is that what it is? All right, Tamla.
All right.
Bury us.
Okay.
Take us away. I mean, no, not like that. Like.
Oh, wow. Y'all are hard today. All right. Today's show is brought to you by Bannister Cooper Funeral Home. Until May 31st, if you come in and do a pre-funded funeral arrangement, we have camping chairs that we are going to give away. So everybody who comes in and gets pre-funded on before May 31st. So give us a call at 706-896-2218.
Hi, this is Marvin Cooper with Bannister Cooper Funeral Home. At our funeral home, you won't want to ask for the man in charge. All I do is write the checks. My wife Tamala is the funeral professional, but I am good with finance and can tell you, in this time of high inflation, there is no better time to pre-plan a funeral. Gas prices are up, Food prices are up. Even dog food prices are up. Come lock in your funeral or cremation price today. We are Bannister Cooper Funeral Home, Towns County's local funeral home.
I checked my tires with a penny and I see all of Lincoln's head. And what's up with all of these wires sticking out of the tread? I took a little trip down to Old Blairsville, high up on the hill. Too high country, tire and wheel. Don't let them deflate on the interstate. Call 706-835-1488. High Country Tire is located right up the hill from the post office in Blairsville. They're high on quality and service, but low on prices.
So, how do you know your tax resolution specialist is good at what she does? It's when other CPAs call and say,
"Help, Debbie! I don't know how to battle the IRS like you do."
North Georgia Tax Solutions just recently took over a case and saved the client $82,000. Debbie did it and continues to do it for her clients.
Call Debbie Snelling at North Georgia Tax Solutions, whether it's hundreds or millions of dollars you owe. Call 706-745-3856 in Blairsville.
Hello, this is attorney Richard Sorrell. Do your medical problems prevent you from working? If so, you may be entitled to disability benefits from the Social Security Administration, and I'm here to help you get those benefits. If you or a loved one need help with your disability case, call us at 706-745-5591. We handle disability cases all across the tri-state area, and we're conveniently located in downtown Blairsville. And there's no attorney fee if we don't win your disability case. That's 706-745-5591.
Those pesky mosquitoes bothering you again? Well, let the experts at American Pest Control help. Their No Mosquito program can help protect you and allow you to enjoy your yard again. Call American Pest Control and take back your yard this spring. In fact, trust the experts at American Pest Control to provide you with excellent pest management all year long. Call to schedule your free inspection and protect your biggest investment, your home. That's American Pest Control, 706-782-4113.
Okay, folks, fasten your seatbelts. We're moments from touching down at the Aviator Cafe.
The tray tables are always down in Blairsville for the best burgers, wings, wraps, and sandwiches. And now online ordering is even easier. Fly over to theaviatorcafe.com and click order online. We'll send you a text when your meal is ready, and you can pick it up curbside or inside. You can even earn reward points.
We know you have choices and hope to see you again at the Aviator Cafe in Blairsville. Pre-planning for your burial or cremation wishes doesn't have to be a downer. Drop into Bannister Cooper Funeral Home for a relaxed and comforting conversation with their team. Bannister Cooper Funeral Home, next to the McDonald's in Hiawassee. We love drop-ins.
All righty, we're back in. They love drop-ins or push-ins or.
Every time I hear that, I'm like, no, not like that.
You don't just drop them in.
Don't do that. Don't.
You got
don't
that thing
just
that eases them down.
Goodness. I just worry about people actually bringing their deceased loved one to me, because that has happened at other funeral homes. They'll just like drive their deceased loved one. They like passed in the car or something. So every time I hear that, that's what I think about.
They just drive them up there?
Yep.
Well, how are you supposed to get them up there?
I mean, I go get them, but if your loved one passes away in your vehicle as you're going to the grocery store, you should probably call 911.
Or you could just open a drive-through.
I could.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Okay.
So who's the guy that digs them up when they don't pay?
That doesn't happen.
Oh, no.
You have to pay before we'll go dig.
Okay.
Those guys that dig require money too.
Y'all
so.
better listen up. You better get that plan, because they ain't going to dig. They're going to lay you out there on the side of the bank curve.
Yeah, no, I can't do that either. But.
Oh, Lordy. I don't know. It's all coming, folks. One day we'll be there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Might as well get it pre-planned so you know it goes how you want it to.
Harry, can you get Harry an extra 3 foot on top of his 6 foot where he won't stink? No, 6 foot's enough dirt to cover up
awful.
the stench.
So awful.
I like to be a coffee table. They got coffee tables now you make out of people.
I've seen that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
That's weird.
That's old Steven there in the coffee table.
just hanging around. We can set your coffee on it.
Oh, I'd still be griping about something. I guess.
I'm sure.
I reckon Brian Kemp signs law restricting unionization efforts in the state. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm for it.
Probably a good thing.
I'm for it 100% right to work state. I don't even think if you fire somebody in Georgia, you don't have to have a reason just to fire them, right?
That's right.
Is that not the way it should be?
Yeah. Yeah.
But now we got all the
should be
unions.
at will.
So we got the union boss up here praising Biden, and we got all the union workers that's paying the union boss praising Trump. I mean, is that not a little weird? Can they not vote him out, or is it still like the Jimmy Hoffa deal? They got to take him out.
That's called America, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Everybody's free to choose their own.
right. You vote somebody in that don't support anything that you believe in, and you pay them all kinds of big money. Yep, that's where we're at. Yep. I can
think the
understand
union
back in the day.
I don't think they're as lockstep with their leadership anymore as they used to be.
So can they vote them out, or do they have to take him out like Hoffa?
Vote who out?
The union boss that's pulling for Biden.
Yeah, they can take him out.
Oh, because they have to take him out. They don't vote him out.
No, they can vote him out. I mean, geez.
What he said? Did he not just say take him out?
Now, yeah, I did say take him out. They can vote him out. Yes,
okay.
Or her out if they want.
I miss the
Or
good old
it
days
out.
when you took them out. And whoever took out Hoffa, that'd be the one I'd like the guy they need to hire, because nobody ever found out anything about it. That's where we're at. I'm for the right to work state. I don't, I'm not a union guy. And I don't, some of y'all get out there and get mad. Oh, we need a union. We need a union. But you got somebody there that's been there 30 years and does nothing, and he gets promoted, and you got another guy that's been there 5 years that's working his butt off, doing all the work, and he don't get promoted, but because he's been there longer. And I'm bringing this up because Packy.
Oh, wow.
Why is it always me, man?
Well, you don't do nothing around here.
promoted
Me and
again?
Puddin does everything. We do everything.
Why do you think we hired him, man?
To make Packy's life easier.
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose of it.
That's it, man.
the whole purpose.
I don't know how much easier you can get. Pretty soon we're just going to start bringing your paycheck to you. That'll work.
Now,
Even
don't drive all the
I
way
think you
over.
need to go back and look at the history of unions, because they were brought on by bosses who abused the workers.
You talking about
That's
Ford?
the whole reason they exist, and they were brought on for a good reason. Now, have they expanded beyond that? Yeah, probably. Have they outlived their usefulness? I'm not so sure.
I don't know.
Because when you take them away, business people, some business people are unscrupulous.
Oh, they're bad
And they
people.
will take advantage of the workers without the union protection.
I don't necessarily believe that anymore.
I understand that, but that doesn't.
I know
make
what
it
you're
right
talking
or
about
wrong
back in the day.
what
It's like
you believe.
Ford. You know, when Ford had their plants over there, if you didn't show up, they actually had bone crushers, they called them. I think it wasn't bone crushers they called them. They'd go out and they'd knock on your door and say, hey, you're supposed to be at work. And if you didn't go, they'd whoop you right then and
What
there.
would have been in the old days?
Yeah.
Well, that's how Henry Ford, when he first started with,
That's
the,
what I'm saying.
with the assembly line, though, he paid his workers nearly double of what normal factories
Well,
paid their people. That's a
That
fact. He
didn't
did.
really, that did happen. But
It was
I
one of the
think if
first
you-
situations where a worker could pay for the product like that he was building.
I know if you look back into that, I think there were some of them unionized, and then he didn't want a union at his plant, and I think
That's how
his
he kept them out
wife
of union.
actually said, hey, you going to do this. And I think that actually, what was his wife's name? Henry?
Mrs. Ford?
No, she had Edsel or something. I don't remember what her name was, but anyway, I think she was the reason that he did that. But yeah, but I don't. I don't.
Edsel was one of the brothers.
That's one of the problems, though. Just like your car costs so much.
Clara Bryant Ford.
That's because of so much of the union stuff that they have to meet. They're paying these guys like $80 an hour to put lug nuts on cars. That's a lot.
No, wrong. Most of the costs in cars that is so overinflated is because of government regulations.
That too. Government regulations. We got to make electric cars. I can't wait.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's going down the tube. Everybody's, of course, I think didn't Tesla cut the price on their cars?
They have to, because the sales fell off dramatically.
Yeah. Oh, Lord, yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. When y'all see electric car, what do y'all think? I mean, you're like me thinking, oh, he's a tree hugger. Do y'all think that, or is that just me? Am
I'd
I
like
just,
to have one, man. They're fast.
see what I'm saying? Tree hugger. you look like the kind of guy that drive an electric car.
I could drive my Corolla one
Put
day
your-
and my
We
electric
pull
car
your
the next.
pull your coexist sticker off of your Corolla and stick it right on there. Oh, look at me! I can afford a Tesla. You can't. You're driving a '77 LTD. Boo boo. Oh well. What are you going to do? Oh, well, we got Andrew Clyde calling in at what time? 8:45?
8:45.
Let's go ahead and we done give away all our 38 special tickets to go
All
see
38
Tommy.
of 'em.
Yeah, Tommy Townsend's going to be up there. Is that tonight or tomorrow night?
That is tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Go up there and see Tommy Townsend. Tell him we sent you.
We can give away some other stuff, though.
Well, we're going to have Andrew Clyde on here. I figured he'd probably take the rest of the show up.
Sure, we can. Just saying,
We
if you
can
wanted
what?
to wait.
I never talked to Andrew Clyde. I hate politicians.
That is not very nice.
That's a good way to start the interview.
Yeah.
We did that with Doug Collins. You remember that time he called?
I do remember that, and he hung up on you.
He did not. He ain't been back on the show since, but anyway.
Ronnie Maxwell commented Henry Ford's granddaughter's name was Mustang Sally.
Oh, there you go. Mustang Sally. There you go. What else you got up there?
We have a bunch of questions for Andrew Clyde, so.
Okay.
Yep.
We're going to be able to read any of them?
We should be able to read some of them.
Okay. All right, folks. We're going to Bannister Cooper Funeral Home. We have got the Cooper part of the Bannisters here with us today, and she's going to take us to a break.
All right, today's show is brought to you by Bannister Cooper Funeral Home. We'd like to get your wishes down in writing to take that burden off of your family. You can stop by and see us next to the McDonald's in Hiawassee or call at 706-896-2218. This is Tamala Cooper. A family recently told me that what they love most about our funeral home is that we feel like home and family. I'd like to introduce you to the newest member of our family, Kristen Carvajal.
Come by and meet me. Pick up a calendar and let us answer any questions you might have about funerals, pre-need, or cremations. We are Bannister Cooper Funeral Home, Towns County's local funeral home.
We are located next to McDonald's in Hiawassee, or give us a call, 706-896-2218.
McDonald's bagels are back. It's been a while, so I'm going to rate the steak, egg, and cheese bagel on a scale of 1 to 10. Oh, wow. It's given a 10. I can taste the tender, juicy steak patty and savory grilled onions. I can't wait to have a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel or a sausage, egg, and cheese bagel. Plus, I can get a medium iced coffee for just $1.99. Oh, let me take another bite of this bagel. Oh, yeah, definitely a 10. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Rolling down the road with Jackie Jones Auto.
Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hayesville has received more than 50 slightly damaged vehicles, and you can save thousands right now. Jeep Wranglers, Jeep Grand Cherokees, Ram 1500s, and Dodge Chargers. Michigan storm damage means big savings for you. Most of them with just barely noticeable body damage. So drop by Jackie Jones Chrysler across from Hayesville McDonald's and let's make a deal. You will save thousands.
For 38 years, Logan Turnpike Mill in Blairsville has been crafting delicious stone ground mixes and flours, all hand packaged with care. It's no wonder why people across all 50 states, including past U.S. presidents, continue to choose our flours, pancake mixes, fry mixes, cornbread mixes, grits, and porridges. Our locally grown, stone ground, bleach free products offer unbeatable taste and nutrition. Logan Turnpike Mill, next to the Hole in the Wall in Blairsville, and at LoganTurnpikeMill.com. Discover our mixes, jellies, local sorghum and honey, and more today.
No matter what the season, Ivy Log Meat Processing in Blairsville is now ready to serve our fellow hunters and farmers in the North Georgia and Tri-State area. Come by Ivy Log for the best beef ribeyes, Wagyu, pork chops, and sausage, along with in-house homemade bacon. 706-745-0011 or visit IvyLogMeatProcessing.com. Ivy Log Meat Processing on Facebook, too. 6310 Murphy Highway in Blairsville.
If you're one of the many who are unhappy with the direction our country is headed and you're frustrated by not knowing what to do about it, there's one thing you can do. Show your support for the United States by displaying the American flag. Call Billy the Flag Guy at Mountain Flagpoles in Blairsville. Reach Billy at 706-804-0949 to proudly fly the American flag at your home, business, or church. 706-804-0949. That's Mountain Flagpoles at 706-804-0949.
Fridays on the Dish are presented by Bannister Cooper Funeral Home in Hiawassee. The experts at Bannister Cooper will guide you through the important family conversations when it comes to making end-of-life arrangements for a loved one. Yes, we're Towns County's funeral home, but we're welcome to all. And now, back to the Morning Dish.
All righty, folks, we're back with you, and we have got Andrew Clyde on with us this morning. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you, my friend?
We're hanging in there, man. We're just hanging in there, just waiting for the end. You know, it ain't gonna be long. It's all gonna be over.
Well, we're going to try and extend that as long as we can.
That's a pretty good idea. I'm with you on that, man. What's going on new in the world of politics in Georgia?
Well, I'll tell you that we're having quite a week here. I'm back in the district this week, but we're going back to Washington next week. Last week was a real disappointment, honestly, with the American last foreign aid package that got passed by the House.
Yep.
For months and months, over a year, after we passed H.R. 2, which was the Secure the Border Act, the strongest border security bill ever. It went over to the Senate. It languished in the Senate because there was no leverage for the Senate to be forced to pick up that bill and to do anything with it, to vote on it. And so we have been preaching literally no Ukraine aid without border security. And here last week, our Speaker Johnson, literally gave up on that. He capitulated to the Democrats. And not only did he capitulate our border security on Ukraine foreign aid, but you have a foreign aid bill that covers 3 countries. Literally, it covers Ukraine, it covers Taiwan, and it covers Israel. But what got added to the Israel bill was almost $10 billion to go to humanitarian aid for Gaza, which is going to flow directly to Hamas.
Yep, you're right
so
about that.
So that particular bill right there is funding both sides of a war. And you can't feed Gaza without feeding Hamas. And if you feed Hamas, then you take away their need to provide anything for themselves, and all that money that would have gone to feed them now goes to weapons and ammunition to fight against Israel.
Well, that's the way we make fun of it. We have a lot of fun up here joking about it because we're actually funding Iran to bomb Israel. Then we're funding Israel to bomb Iran.
And we got to borrow money from China to give to Taiwan to protect itself from China.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any dang sense.
Thrown off up here. But y'all actually had a bill to begin with that kind of fell out that was just to support Israel, and it didn't even get off the ground, did it?
Well, the very first thing, and I'll give Mike Johnson credit for this, the very first thing he did when he became Speaker was he initiated a bill that was a paid-for Israel support bill. Right. There was no Gaza aid in there, no Hamas, nothing. It was simply a straight-up Israel bill that was funded. In other words, we rescinded advanced appropriations, and in this case, it was the money that Pelosi had advanced appropriated to the IRS, that $80 billion. We took back $14 billion of it to pay for the Israel aid. That was a conservative win right there. And we passed it in the House, but it went over to the Senate and nothing.
But why?
No leverage.
Why would they not do that? Because I'm sure somebody's getting rich on the other side over there. I mean, I'm sure they're taking all this money in Ukraine and buying bombs and yachts and vacations and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, to me, that was the way to go.
Well, I'll tell you, I saw something recently that said, foreign aid is when rich countries take from their poor folks to give money to poor countries to make their rich people richer.
Yeah.
And, it's incredible the lack of vision and just the fact that we put America last in the foreign aid bill. We could have attached both Ukraine aid and border security into one bill and said, you know what? If you want Ukraine aid, you have to put our border first. You have to put America first. We didn't do that. But what they did try and do is they tried to pass a border bill at the same time that was not attached so that it would look like to the country, oh, we're passing border security here at the same time we're passing Ukraine aid, but they were never joined. So it was smoke and mirrors to deceive the country.
Yeah.
And I won't stand for that.
I'm with you. I'm sick
Congressman, isn't this likely to go on as long as we've got a Democrat-controlled Senate?
Well, as long as we have a speaker that is unwilling to fight.
Yeah.
Because, we in the House do have the power of the purse, but we have to be willing to use it and to stand up and say enough. we wouldn't use the power of the purse when it came to funding our own government. All right. And so it was always, okay, we'll use it on Ukraine. It's not going to have any effect on shutting down our government. So we'll use the power of the purse because Biden wants to fund Ukraine. The Senate wants to fund Ukraine. When they want something, that gives us leverage. But we didn't use it. We just literally abdicated it. I mean, we gave it up.
Well,
this wasn't a negotiation. This was a capitulation.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I'm going to tell you, I've lost all respect for the Speaker of the House, honestly, because this bill that he supported was about the same thing as Nancy Pelosi would have put through. I don't understand his thinking. I don't understand what, when, and where he changed and did this. It's just it's mind-blowing to me. Absolutely.
Well, I will tell you the Mike Johnson that I knew in 2023 is not the Mike Johnson that I am experiencing here in 2024. I don't know what happened to change his mind. My guess is that the intelligence community got to him. The same folks that signed that letter that said the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation, those 51 intelligence, those really high up smart intelligence folks that signed that letter,
right.
It was a complete lie.
Yep.
The intelligence community is known for lying in order to get you to do what they want you to do. And in this case, I firmly believe that they scared the daylights out of Mike Johnson with some sort of intelligence, secret.
Well, I think, honestly, the Speaker of the House, and everybody makes fun of me down here, I think y'all need to make Kid Rock the Speaker of the House.
I wonder if we could do any worse than what we've got right now.
Andrew, if you had your way, who would you like to see in there?
Jim Jordan.
Jim Jordan.
I think
Me too.
Jim Jordan would make a phenomenal Speaker of the House.
I agree.
I think he'd be good. There'd be other ones. Andy Biggs, who was a former chairman of the Freedom Caucus, was also the president of the Arizona Senate. So, I mean, we've got people with strong leadership skills here. And that's what we need. We have to have fighters willing to say, I don't care what the consequences are. We're going to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And we're going to put America first when we do that.
So what's the chance of getting one of them in as a Speaker of the House? I mean, it has to go through all the...
Well, we would have to basically go through what we went through in October.
Right.
All right. Except that what we're hoping is that maybe Mike Johnson will see the handwriting on the wall and will say, okay, I'll stay Speaker until you elect a new Speaker. I mean, that's a possibility. That's what Boehner did when he was forced out, literally. He stayed Speaker, so we had a Speaker, and the House could still function, and all the committees would function properly until they selected a new Speaker, which was Paul Ryan, which really wasn't any better than Boehner.
Right.
Okay, but in this case, we may have to wait until the end of this session and the elections in November before we select a new Speaker right after the elections, when we hold the House, and hopefully we'll take the presidency back and the Senate back and literally rescue this country.
Well, we're in a tight spot now. I know we got questions. You got a question there?
Yeah, we did promise some of our listeners here that we'd open up the YouTube channel here to some questions. We got Emery Alexander asking, will we be able to stop universal background checks?
That's a great question. I am all for stopping universal background checks, because what universal background checks ends up in creating a nationwide database of all federal firearms owners and what you bought, when you bought it. So that's the whole point of universal background checks. I can tell you that a Congressional Review Act is in process. I can tell you that in the appropriations realm, we can do what's called a limitation amendment, where you limit the amount of money. Basically, you say no funds can be used to implement this rule, and the rule is dead. All right? We can do that. But, again, the Speaker's got to be willing to fight and to secure that win. We'll put it in the House bill. It was in the House bill this last appropriations process. I'm on the Appropriations Committee. I'm actually on the subcommittee that deals with that exact issue, which is Commerce, Justice, Science, which has authority over the Justice Department, the budget of the Justice Department. And that actual amendment was in the bill. So but it got stripped out because our speaker asked us to fight for it when it came to negotiations with the Senate. We're going to do everything to make sure that universal background check rule does not go forward. And if we get a president, if we get a Republican president, President Trump, then I think that, and we keep the House, then I think that will happen.
We already touched on this one here, but David Roberts says, did Andrew Clyde vote for funding Ukraine? And obviously your answer is you did vote no.
I did not. Absolutely not. I would not vote for funding for Ukraine when it is divorced from good policy and funding for our border, primarily policy. The border doesn't really need more money. They need the policy to properly use the money to secure our border and not to literally use it to further transport more illegals into our country, which is what much of the money is being used for right now. So, no, I did not vote for funding Ukraine.
Susan Musser says, I see one of your issues is protecting life. What are some anti-life policies? That's a tricky one there.
What?
So what are some abortion policies?
Anti-life? I don't know. we
killing people?
We ain't for that.
Abortion is an anti-life policy right there.
Absolutely.
And the Declaration of Independence, the birth certificate of our nation, guarantees the very first and most important right, unalienable right, and that is the right to life.
Amen.
Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, okay? And life is the first one, and we will defend life.
Amen to that.
On a more local subject, is there any progress on the Postal Service's issue down there with the distribution center south of Atlanta?
I think we're seeing some progress there. I certainly, when this issue raised its very ugly head, and everyone in North Georgia has experienced the negative effect of what this postal realignment has caused us, from the local processing centers to the regional processing center down in Palmetto, Georgia. But I wrote a letter specifically to the Office of Inspector General, to the post office, and to do an investigation as to why. Rep. Loudermilk wrote a letter, and I joined him on it, to the Postmaster General. I also asked for additional resources to be moved to fix this issue. I think we're seeing an improvement in it right now, because there's a lot of light being shown upon it. So we're just we're hopeful that Postmaster DeJoy will continue focusing on fixing this issue.
All right, man, we are out of time. The music's playing, but I guess we'll talk to you in 2 weeks, man. We sure do appreciate you calling in, no doubt, and keeping all the listeners up here in North Georgia know what's going on.
You bet. Always great to be on the Morning Dish.
All right, we're going to get you some hard questions next time. Don't forget, man, Kid Rock for Speaker of the House.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you. Thanks, gentlemen.